Hello, weary traveler. I'm not sure what strange magic must have brought you here, but you have stepped into a realm of my creation. A sprawling city filled with danger and glory, and most importantly, lots of gold. I call it Isla Numus. Who am I, you might ask? The name is Jajim, and I'm the patron deity of gambling. Long story short, this group of idiots, or as you may call them, heroes, made a bet with me that they had what it took to make a vast trove of gold, but left some of the key details blank, so I filled them in myself. I sent them to this pocket dimension, into the city I had created with brand new bodies they'd have to attune to. Can these fools pass my test, or will they be trapped here forever? So, experience my world of trials and tribulations, and join alongside this posse of pitiful people, or as I like to call them, the Criminals of Isla Numus.
Alright, welcome back to episode 12 of Criminals of Isla Numus. The Criminals of Frankie Muniz. Yes! This is all I've been waiting for. Yes. We're doing Frankie Muniz one-shot. That makes no sense. You guys are going to be doing, what was it, Liar Liar. You guys are going to be doing obvious, what?
It's me, Frankie Muniz.
You're going to do Malcolm in the Middle throwbacks. You're going to do, why can't I think of
Cody
this?
Banks.
Cody Banks, thank you. Cody Banks throwbacks. It's going to be great. No. This is Criminals of Isla Numus. So if you got the wrong show, if you're looking for something about Frankie Muniz, I'm sorry. You will not find that here. On another note, I would like to say, obviously, I'm assuming you listened to previous episode. If you have not, please do that. But we did find out that it is the 1996 Pinocchio movie. Is a live-action movie, and to top it off, it stars our group, one of our group's favorites, Jonathan Taylor Thomas. So definitely go check that out, I guess, if you want nightmares. I don't know, the cannoli scene really freaked me out as a kid. Whatever the case, we're gonna jump into things. Let's introduce the characters. On my right, we got Dave. Dave is playing
Maki.
Not Frankie Muniz. He is playing Maki. Who is Maki? What is Maki?
Maki, otherwise known by the name in his wallet, maybe.
Sure. Yeah, on his badge.
Quill Smith.
Nice.
Which I don't know if we talked about that before, but it's been mentioned.
I think it has been mentioned. Yeah, absolutely.
He is a Kenku Shadow Sorcerer.
Mysterious.
He has an interest in the Arcane and testing the limits of his new powers.
Sounds pretty dang dope. And I'll be excited to see more of that as we go in. Sitting next to Dave, we've got Quinn playing Feather McGregor, aka Lil Sauce, the expert of this city for the most part.
Little Sauce, Kenku wizard.
Mm-hmm.
I am the only one in the group that's not, from this other world, this other dimension. I am basically their guide or their chosen one to guide them along with.
Or their spirit guide.
I am their spirit animal.
And if he doesn't help him, he will be trapped in this pocket dimension forever.
That's true.
Pretty much. So my whole goal
that you
right
didn't
now
realize was a prison up until now.
I pretty much realized, that this really isn't a real world. And I guess I don't really know that the other world isn't a real world, but it's more real than this.
Poor Feather McGregor is just going to be moving from some
dimension
other
to dimension to dimension
to another one.
But I want out. I want to experience new things. So I've kind of changed my ways from a good guy to kind of doing what it takes to get this money that we need.
Oh boy, and your DM is terrified. Moving on, we got Jackson playing Dez.
I'm Jack. I play Dez. He was a Trident fighter, now turned Kenku Ranger. Fun fact, he believes that handicapped stalls are not actually for handicapped people because handicapped people do not exist.
Oh, interesting.
What does he believe they're for?
Nobody knows because you're not allowed in there without a wheelchair. So
if he can find a wheelchair and he can
or
snag
crutches,
it,
I suppose.
Sure. All right, fair enough. That'll be interesting to see moving forward if that ever comes up. Fantastic. Fatty Lumpkins over here next to Jackson. Fatty, you are playing Keto!
Yes.
And you are one of the very few non-Kenkus in this campaign.
Yes. Keto, who in this world goes by Theo, is a kobold who functions as a Echo Knight.
For those who are unfamiliar, a kobold is like a little lizard person, kind of like a small version of a dragonborn, without all the fancy powers that a dragonborn has, unfortunately.
You know, I always picture them with wings, but they don't have wings, do
They
they?
don't have wings usually, no. That would be scary. Awesome. Fantastic. Right next to Fatty Lumpkins, we've got our last player, our last character associated, and that is Cameron with Rorick.
Playing Manky Fumez.
Maki Fumez.
Playing Rorick.
Are you regretting now? Are you regretting the opportunity to not take, or to take Maki Fumez?
That's
You
just
wishing
for a
that you had
future
made that character? Yeah, write that down.
I'm upset. No, I could play Agent Bodie Kinks. No, I'm joking.
Whoa, hang on. Bodie, what?
Anyways, I play Rorick. He's a former barbarian. Now he's a goblin rogue. His badge name is Fizzlefingers. And he gets up to mischief. Also, he just discovered that he can just pick pockets as a passive income. So I think I'm just going to be doing that nonstop, and Skylar's going to hate me. Anyways, on to you, Skylar.
Yeah, I might just like do that as like a thing where
What, you think people are going to start locking up their pockets? They're going to be like national warning, like it's going to be on
Sew
billboards.
your pockets full. We'll just
There's pockets on the front of your bodies, people. We've got a road pickpocketer on the list.
Get your zipper pants. Get your zipper pants right here. No, we'll probably just do like out of campaign after each like session. I'll just roll up a bunch of whatever. We'll see how much you make or whatever, and then that'll be your intro every episode. Is like, and how much money did Rorick make last session? You'll be like, oh,
5,000.
thanks,
Oh,
Skylar. That's a lie. No, but whatever the case. For those that have not listened to episode 11, again, please go back. You don't want to miss out on that. Basically, what happened was there was a brief boat encounter where you guys experienced some racism against you, which was disturbing and unfortunate. You made up for that hatred by robbing from the people that were holding bias against you to some extent. And then you guys made your way to Gideon's Gizmos to discuss a little bit more with old Gideon McGriddle to find out a little bit more about this mysterious case where he brought back his son from the dead, allegedly, putting him into the body of a puppet that he had built, very much like Pinocchio, which is why we referenced that. And then told you a little bit about the ritual that he used, which suggests some maybe dark magic was involved, which, to be fair, pretty much any time you're doing anything necromantic, it's probably considered dark magic. I digress. Whatever the case, that's where we're at. It's episode 12, season finale. Let's jump into it. All right, and we're back. All right, so you guys awake. It's the next morning, bright and early. You smell the delicious smell of what smells like pancakes and syrup wafting from the downstairs kitchen. Actually, it would be upstairs because the upstairs section is kind of his home. So you smell it from one of the adjacent rooms to where you are sleeping. I think probably maybe 2 to 3 of you maybe sleeping in a room together, but not all of you together. I don't think all of you would have fit. So yeah, you guys are kind of scattered between 2 to 3 different rooms. One of you is just sleeping in the bathtub.
Me.
Like Will Smith in I Am Legend.
I am.
Okay.
And then Rorick is, and then Rorick's going to smell the pancakes and immediately go sprinting towards them. And while he does, he's going to slap Keto on the face and say, "Pancake time!"
Keto's just stepping out of the room. Goes bring on in a stress of a strange green just flash of light goes shooting past you.
Oh, also you get electrocuted.
Hey, you forgot your pants.
You say that as you're getting electrocuted.
Oh,
Not a bad thing, just you got shocked as well as
it just
slap.
stings a little extra.
Well, I'd be shocked too if he forgot his pants.
That's awesome.
Double shock.
Oh my gosh, I saw 3 things I wasn't expecting to see this morning.
Electricity, naked goblin, pancakes.
You guys all come to the kitchen, and sure enough, old man McGriddle is there, standing over his McGriddle, making some McGriddle cakes.
Oh, hey! You were worried.
McDonald's to sue us.
You were worried, and you pulled that stunt.
Nah, I wasn't worried.
What is this?
Well, these are
It's such a portable breakfast. so delicious.
I made them just so you guys could take them with you for whatever investigating you need to do.
It's like a sandwich.
Sausage, egg, and cheese in between pancakes?
Oh, I didn't know you guys
Unheard of.
wanted sausage, egg, and cheese. I just made pancakes.
How did you get that imprint on the pancake?
Oh, you know me, just whipping up gadgets all the time. You do it like this.
Have you commercialized this?
You could
no,
make
I've
a
been thinking about it. I've been thinking about it. I thought, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. But then I thought about it, and I thought, well, I've been making pancakes all these years. It's not really a new trick. It's just a new style of selling it.
You name it McNaldo's or something like that.
McNaldo's. I like the sound of that. McGriddle's McNaldo's.
Got the McGriddle part.
Well, that's my name. How are people going to know it's me?
They'll know.
Okay.
Name your main dish after them.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Okay. Anyway, where are you guys off to today?
I'm gonna take the rock and just head outside real quick.
Okay.
And
Oh, well, I guess he didn't want pancakes.
I'll be back. I scream.
Oh, how are you?
And
worry.
so
He leans over to Rorick. Don't worry, he'll be back.
I wanted his pancakes.
I'll make you more.
Oh boy.
so I go outside.
Okay.
And I'm gonna activate the rock.
All right, you give the rock a little rub, and all of a sudden you hear a voice. Well, Feather McGregor, just by himself with none of the others. That's interesting. How can I help you today? You got a question for old John Jim?
Where's McGriddle hiding the children?
Where's it? That's your question. That's what you want to go with today.
Yes.
Well, let me see here. And he like fakes the sound of like keys tapping.
I don't hear like a fax machine printing voice.
Dial-up tone.
And then you just hear as he rips the
You've
paper.
been put on hold.
Thank you for holding. Here's some music.
There are 7 callers ahead of you.
He gets back to you pretty quickly and he says, I don't really know how to tell you this. It's not gonna be a yes or no answer, but I'm not seeing any readings for your old friend McGriddle.
Of course you're not.
Well, can we only ask yes or no questions? Isn't that a
Technically,
stipulation?
He answered, no McGriddle.
I like to help you guys out as much as I can, so, I try not to be too much of a stickler for the rules, but don't be surprised if one day I just say, well, I can't really help you with that, you gotta re-ask the question, but, this time it just seems a lot simpler to just tell you that I'm not getting any readings for any McGriddle, aside from Gideon, of course.
Awesome.
No McGriddles on this plane. He's been shot to the afterlife. Or stabbed. Sorry.
Oh.
No McGriddle on the plane, you said?
That's right.
Des didn't hear that.
That's true. I just keep
But
going.
Jack will remember that.
Yes.
There are some McGriddles in the pan.
That's right. There are.
Inside.
Heyo.
I hang
There's
up.
no kids in
I don't know how I hang up. I just put the
You
rock
just
back
put the
in my... I go back inside and I just...
It's got a little hinge on it.
Who would be the closest to me when I walk in the door?
All of us?
They are all just
I
sitting
just
around
take
in
the
kitchen.
rock and I throw it to Rorick.
Okay.
Here, take it. I don't
Let's
want
see
it.
if I catch it. I rolled a 3. It definitely just hits me on the
It
head.
just falls right onto your pancake.
I just walk in, chug it, and just hits it on the head.
Wait, what was that? What was it? Oh, I don't know why, but I always quote this from the old 12 Angry Jurors. There's a part where a guy just throws a paper ball at the old man and just goes, "That's a damn stupid thing to do." So that's why Rorick just turns and goes, "That's a damn stupid thing to do," and rubbing his head. I get his pancakes now. I get his pancakes.
It falls into your pancakes and it gets syrup
You're
on
my
it.
pancakes. He's jumping on the stool now. I'm an angry goblin. Uh-oh.
An old game of Rock'em Sock'em. Rorick's it.
Oh! Roy grabs the rock on his pancakes, covered in syrup, makes sure to get extra syrupy, and then he aims for Keto.
Oh,
and he throws one.
Keto has
Keto.
excellent dexterity
Are you going to dodge?
and is going to
Crash into the gizmos.
attempt to catch it midair.
Oh! All right, do a
Wow.
dexterity saving throw. Oh, there goes the dice.
3. Yeah!
Well, that one just flew right out the window.
No, you reach up to grab it, and instead of going like to your hand, it just right under your forehead.
Does it stick?
It kind of slides down really slowly.
Oh, most excellent.
The syrup made it a knuckleball.
That's right. Put a little spin on it.
It slides down until it's just resting on your nose, your muzzle, or whatever lizards have.
Rorick fist pumps.
Assuming I'm a reptile, I'm going to use my forked tongue to lick the syrup off and
Sure.
proceed as if nothing happened.
All right. Well, you've got the rock now, so keep note of that.
Okay.
Or don't.
Or don't. This rock honestly follows us. We can leave it, and it just kind of grows legs.
Someone
and
should just tie a tether to the rock and just drag it
I feel
along
like
behind
Jim
it.
Jar will eventually just glue it to one of us, and we just can't take it off. And we'll just have to like talk to someone's hip and just.
It's Jar Jim.
So, anyways, that was definitely his voice from above correcting me. I'm like,
Oh, sure.
It's Jar Jim.
why'd you have the rock, anyways?
Yeah, so I went out and I used it to see where McGriddle was, and your god couldn't even tell me where he's at.
Yours.
I was very angry. I threw my fist down. Ah!
Wait, our god. Hey, man, this is your world, man.
My god, your god, his god.
He's not a god.
Whatever he is.
I threw him in the rocks. He died.
Obviously not.
Yeah, it's a fake. Rorick just looks up.
You hear the rock go, I'm not fake.
Whatever the case, you guys finish up eating your pancakes, and the day is yours to go investigate.
I missed that. You asked, is McGriddle got the kids?
I asked where McGriddle was with the kids, and he says he can't even find a McGriddle except for Gideon.
Yeah, didn't you hear what I said yesterday?
What'd you say?
That's not McGriddle. He summoned a demon. He didn't summon McGriddle.
We'll ask a different question tomorrow.
You guys said I ask dumb questions. And I waste our rock questions every day. Just because I want to know how many frogs are in the local lake. I feel like it's important.
That's not a yes or no question either.
Is there over 200 frogs?
Well, yeah, from my experience of summoning things, yeah, a good portion of the time you just end up with a demon, no matter what you're trying to do. So, odds are that's probably what it is.
I'm going to assume you guys aren't with Gideon at the moment.
Oh, we
no,
100%
I
are.
want, yeah, I want to
he's
know.
just still
This
over
is
the
now
griddle.
this
Yeah, I
is the
gotta
second
assume-
time I've talked in front of Gideon about he just summoned a demon. Just
Oh, you kids always assuming that forces of the underworld are involved.
He's just over his griddle, trying to hold back tears and trying not to believe it.
Or he's just bending a wire into like a whole McGriddles.
Yeah.
Full word.
Oh, well, seeing as we're inside, this gives Maki a chance to ask Gideon a question he's been wondering. Says that. Hey, Gideon,
Oh, yeah.
do you think God lives in heaven? Because he too lives in fear of what he's created.
At this point, he knows all of your names, so he says, "Oh, jeepers, cats. Well, Maki, that sure is that's a deep question for sure. I don't know. I suppose I probably have thought about it. As somebody that creates things themselves, is kind of one of those things that you wonder who created you, and what do they think about your creation? Sometimes I make a doll and I think this wasn't very good, and sometimes I make a doll and I think, dang, this might be my magnum opus. And so I wonder, whenever God created me, when he looks down and sees me and he thinks, was I a piece of junk or was I something special? And I like to think he thinks, or she, or they, thinks that I am pretty special. Whether they fear me or not, well, shoot, they made me. I don't imagine they'd have anything to be afraid of. I mean, what's somebody gonna do, right? Capture a god, put him into the very dimension that they created, torture him, take their powers? Sounds ridiculous to me.
I like to think as he was rambling on, all of us left the house.
Yeah. I was definitely thinking Rorick just walks out. I saw where this was going, and he did not care anymore.
You guys are all outside, and it just kind of there's a cut back to Gideon as he finishes his statement, and then he looks up and he's like, "That's what I'm never gonna go." Well,
I'm still standing there.
You're still.
I'm still there, and you made a mistake, Gideon, and I just walk out.
He said he has nothing to say to that. He just kind of looks.
I think at this point he knows he done messed up.
There's whatever remainder of his sanity is still there. Probably recognizes the fault in his choices, I'm sure. Whatever the case, you guys are outside in Trinket Square. A couple of people that are walking by kind of stop and watch with a little bit of a look of awe as they see you guys come out of Gideon's gizmos.
Ah, I get it. They're racist.
So is this this whole area is the rich people area, right?
Not necessarily rich. These people seem pretty middle class for the most part. It's kind of the same setup with Gideon's shop. So the first floors of all the buildings in the area are probably shops of some kind. But then the upper floors are where these people live. So, they're not wealthy necessarily. They're making do. It's not a super nice place. To be clear, Gortham District is not the wealthy district like Centerville or Center Stark.
There's an odd assortment of shops here, right?
Yes.
I have a very odd shop.
Okay.
Wondering if it's here.
Okay.
Is there any pet stores?
Ooh.
Sure.
All right.
All right. I'm going to go straight to the pet store then.
I know
this
I
has
did.
nothing to do with the mission.
I actually
but
know. I know I wrote.
I feel like we all need pets, right? I also need to check out their frog quantity. Rorick wakes up every day with just a new obsession about random things. Today it's frogs.
Oh, he's looking for a frog specifically.
Cool one.
A cool frog.
A cool frog he can name Bubba.
Oh, all right.
It's just an ice frog.
It's just
in
a little
the
ice
window.
frog with a little hat, and he goes, Bubba. He's going to look for a particular frog that says Bubba.
You do, in fact, see what seems to be a pet store. It is called Creature Comforts.
Excellent.
And that's what it's called.
Good.
It features
nice.
It features a little.
He's like, wait a second, I can read that.
It features a little puppy, one of those white.
No, he can't read. He just sees two C's and goes, nice.
It's a little white puffy Pomeranian with a top hat and a monocle on. That's what's on the sign.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's
who follows Rorick, or do you guys just kind of just we'll catch up later?
I'll follow Rorick.
We have the beacon.
Des will go with him.
All right. As you walk into the store, you're greeted by a wood elf. Is a female, and she says, "Welcome to Creature Comforts, where where our pets are posh. What can I interest you in today?"
Do I see any birds, specifically crow type birds, in the pet shop?
That's a great question. You see
You
a
asked
variety
that?
of. Yeah, are you looking? Yeah, I mean, are you gonna?
I'm asking you as a DM.
Okay. You see a variety of like kind of your classic small birds, your parakeets. Your,
Any crow?
Any corvid type? That's a crow or
yeah.
blackbird.
You don't see any, at least not
Ravens?
right up front.
Okay.
You see all the kind of flashy, colorful birds and whatnot. kind of
She
up front.
she asks, "What are you looking for?"
Yes.
Rorick says, "Frogs."
Oh, frogs! Sure. We've got all sorts of amphibious creatures, lizards, and lizards and amphibians, different creatures, of course. But yes, we have amphibians, we have creatures, whatever you're looking for. Those are going to be over in the cold-blooded section.
Lead the way.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Des will just wander to the back of the store where he's not supposed to be. While he goes and
like
looks
the
at the
back
frogs.
room?
Yeah,
Okay.
like the back rooms.
I'm bringing her to show me frogs. I'm going to be very distracted because I'm going to have her pull every frog out, hold it in front of me until it rivets, and then I'm going to either go yes or no if it sounds right to me.
And she does. She takes you over to this one tank where they have a variety of frogs. They're all just swimming together. There's some big ones. There's some smaller ones. There's like a netting that's kind of around it to keep the frogs in, and then whenever they release, they like to just like let the bugs fly in there. It's like a big wide open, like almost like a pool that these things are swimming in. It's like a whole swamp environment or whatever inside this pool.
Not bad.
Yeah. And so, she makes her way around and she'll lift the thing and she'll grab one of these frogs and pull it out. And go, puts that one back. It's another one.
Are we just going to do frog sounds for a while?
See how many frog sounds Skylar can come up.
I'm waiting until there's one that sounds like Bubba. If there's one that gets close, Rorick will hold on to it and hold on to the one that sounds closest, and then he'll wait to get through all of them, and if none of them come closer than the one he thinks sounds close, he'll keep that one.
All right, sounds good. Currently, the one that sounds closest goes...
One more time, Froggy. Oh,
this isn't a Bubba, but it sounds like a Rob. Listen. I hear Rob. Okay, I want this one and some frog flakes to go.
Oh, all right.
Make it 2.
Okay,
They're
sure
delicious.
They do enjoy their frog flakes, but do be sure to make sure that it gets its other nutrients through any live insects. They do like insects.
I know a way to get live insects.
Awesome. And she
certain beacon we've discovered.
And would you like the carrying case as well? It will come with an additional charge.
Carrying case?
Yes.
Oh no, I'll be good.
She points over to the section and
Actually, no, I'll take a carry. Wait, why am I just talking?
yeah, I'll take the carrying case.
All right, fantastic. They have various colors. It comes in red, blue, or yellow. And she shows you to them, and they're basically like little cat kennels, but a little bit smaller and more like box shaped.
Black.
I don't have black on me. I'm hesitant to use the paint because I don't want it to be fresh when we
You know
put the
what?
frog inside. That
I've
sounds
got
like
a friend
sea.
that can paint it for me. I'll take the red one.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. And of course, just make sure that you don't paint it within,
No,
probably...
it'll use a spell, so
Oh.
it won't even be bad.
Oh, sure. Magic usually doesn't cause any kind of a problem for animals like
Yeah,
that.
no lead paint.
Yes, no, absolutely. Yes, I'll ring you right up. And she takes you over to the
It's a
register.
big problem out here in the streets.
And while she's bringing you up, Dez is in the back room of this
Yeah, what's back
facility. Yeah. So you see a variety of animals, sort of just, I want to say overstock animal. It's like the main kennels, the display kennels are full, so they've got additional
man.
animals. But
Wait.
they have nice little.
Are there more frogs back there?
You don't know. Only
Why
Dez
would
would
that
know.
say, Bubba?
You see a handful. Like I said, they're not in like nasty cages or anything like that. It's just you can only display so many animals at a time. Of the same type. So she's got some nice cages back there. They're all clean. They're all maintained and taken care of. Some of the less asked for animals, there's some like tarantulas. There's some of the like uglier lizards and things like that. Some snakes. But you do see that there's also a little section that she's got set up as sort of like a little animal hospital. And inside, you see a little sort of box that's propped up on a tall shelf in a case, and out hops a little raven. It looks like it might have an injured foot.
Well, that's fine, because I will just do Cure Wounds.
Oh, nice.
On the little raven.
Sure.
I'll prop him on my shoulder, and we'll just walk out without a word.
All right.
Is she still at the...
Yeah, she's still at the register with you.
I was going to say, she's still with the frog thing, because I was going to say, I'm probably there for a while.
Yeah.
How many frogs are there?
Do an animal handling check, but do it with an advantage since you did. Like, I mean, you literally healed it. You touched its foot, and all of a sudden it felt better, and it looked a little confused at first, surprised, but it was definitely grateful.
Wow, I'm actually really good at this.
Well, as a ranger, I would hope so.
12. 17.
17. Wow, yeah. This bird definitely seems to take a liking to you. You kind of peek around the area a little bit, and you find some grubs that they have stocked in the back, and you take a couple of grubs out, feed it to him, and he definitely seems to like you. So he kind of hops up onto your shoulder. He's definitely curious. He's excited that you healed him, and he's like, man, this guy seems like a nice guy. I think I'll stick around.
We are brothers.
You are brothers. Awesome. All right. He's perched on your shoulder.
A couple minutes later, Rorick's going to come walk out. Also, but first I got to finish my purchase.
Yeah. So she says, that'll be 5 gold pieces.
Rorick pulls out his pouch.
He's still rolling for it.
He hands her 8.
Oh, okay. Yes, donations are always appreciated. It helps us to sustain our operations here.
Or gives her a questioning look and goes,
"You're all set."
Donation?
Yes. The extra gold pieces.
Did I give you too many?
Yes.
Oh,
did you do it unintentionally?
I can't count.
Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. Well, here's your 3 gold change.
Oh, thanks.
Yes, of course.
And here's one for being honest.
Oh, we do our best here. Thank you.
And for charity. Take care of those frogs.
Yes, of course. I will absolutely. They'll be able to get a little bit of a refresh on their environment area.
and then I'm gonna attach the little thing. Imagine the carrier's kind of tiny, so I'm gonna attach it to the back of my belt.
Okay. Yeah,
and then I'm gonna hold the frog, and I'm gonna feed him some frog flakes, build up some chemistry, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to hold him off to the side, and then I'm gonna have my mage hand hold him, but then go invisible. So that's just like a floating. It's just a floating frog beside me.
For a moment, its eyes just kind of bulge really big, and he just starts like he's swimming,
but he's being held. And he's like, whoa!
He's just like his body is like in the palm of the mage hand, and he's just like swinging through the air with his arms and legs outstretched.
I pat him on his head. I go,
Don't worry, Rob. It's okay. I've got you.
and I'm just gonna start walking after Dez as he's got his bird friend, and we're gonna start trying to track down our friends with our new friends.
So we flash back outside, and Maki's like, "Now, Keto, lift that box there. I think I heard something underneath of it. I mean, there's gotta be rats around here somewhere. If we catch them, we can sell them to this pet shop."
Keto complies, opens the box.
Or lifts it, yeah.
Lifts the box.
I'm guessing there's nothing there, but
there is a mouse, not a rat, but just a regular little mouse that comes scurrying
rats.
out.
It's a mouse. That's only good as food for the larger pet. I still haven't been able to make any sense of this book either.
I think we need to go find... Where's the little street urchin he was talking about? Let's go find the town guards and see if they can point us in the direction of that little street urchin.
Good idea.
Sounds like he's got
This little dirty little street urchin.
Dirt kid.
Dirty little kid.
I know what it is. I know what a street rat is you're looking for.
Listen here, you dirty little street rat.
What's your dirtiest little outdoor kid that you got around here? But you don't have to even look for guards, although you do see some over in a variety of different corners of one of the corners of Trinket Street. But you also hear the sounds of a young child's voice saying, "Get your papers! Get your papers here! White coin for the Gotham District Herald! Find out the news on the dead king and how the elections are going!
Is this the dirty little street rat, little
Apparently.
bastard, little grubby little guy?
Find out more details on the death of horse breeder Lord Pendleton,
Lord Pendleton.
recently killed in his own house."
Hey, I'll take one. Let's.
No, he
It
wasn't
was
in
in
the
an
house.
alley.
He was outside in a carriage.
Are you walking up to him saying,
Hang on here.
No, I was just correcting.
This is what the kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
this
was
is
just
just a
making
kid
sure
from the
that-
article. Yeah.
If that was intentional.
I go up and buy paper. Now let's see how old Noodle Wiggle's doing in the polls.
You hand him a gold. "Oh, thanks, mister. Here's your paper." And you open it up to look at the election results. Noodle Wiggle is. Oh shoot! I gotta come up. I gotta find
Dead last.
Noodle
Huh.
Wiggle is in third place.
Oh,
Out
out
of
of three.
That's what I gotta remember. How many people we had?
Not exactly squirming his way to the top there.
Out of 1, 2,
Oh, I
3,
thought-
4.
Third place out of one guy running.
Oh, that's bad. Hey, you spend more write-ins above him.
He's
They want the dead mayor.
bring back the dead king. Use the ritual magic we know you have. No, he is third place out of 6 candidates.
That's not terrible.
So he's
Dead
about.
king, and then anything, and then the second most is anything but Noodle.
Is he still considered very wealthy?
Would you like the names of everybody that's currently running? Sure. Oh, all right. You have Lupin Grimble.
Are you going to put them in order?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. These names are fun. You have Lord Blundergruff Golden Shield. I also see that I misspelled a word on my notes. There we go. There is Sir Percival Noodle Wiggle,
What?
who is in the third.
Personal.
Lord Bartholomew Maximilian Beauregard the Third.
Dang, I should have named my father.
Oh,
that.
shoot. He actually... Oh, that's fine. Lady Cornelia Maxwell. And finally, in a hefty last place, like it shows like the numbers or whatever, and he is significantly lower than all the other candidates, is Sherman Extreme.
Found our man.
Sherman Extreme.
Sherman Extreme.
I found who we're taking to the top, boys.
And
I'm going to rig this election so hard.
that's everybody you see.
Man, this political landscape is wild here. Anyways, back to the main event. I look at the article about the murder.
The murder of
Pendleton.
Lord Pendleton.
Let's see if they have any details.
So it lists out Lord Pendleton. Talks about how he was allegedly murdered, some sort of freak accident at his home involving his own carriage.
Did you say murder and freak accident?
Yes, a freak accident murder. Those are both listed in the article. And then it
I
also
don't like this news source.
it also very explicitly makes note of murdered in a pool of his own horse semen.
Wow.
And that's pretty much the gist of it. There's a bit in there from his wife. She says she swears she saw him that night, and it was at a time that must have been after the murders, which is why she was really confused. So then it follows up by his body was taken from the premise and left off in an alleyway in the Mediumville district. Sources, his wife says, well, I would never have seen him ever visiting the Medium district for any reason whatsoever. So they must have taken his body off the premise of our home and brought him there for whatever reason, to hide their evil, disgusting deeds. And then it talks about how she'll be inheriting basically all of his wealth and resources.
Perchance mention a horse cart that went off the side of the road of his place, and inside of it was his dead.
It mentions the horse carriage
and there was
at
a lot
his own
of
house.
strange substance.
That all was mentioned. Yep. And then, but it doesn't say that he was found inside of his carriage. It says that he was found a good 50 feet from his carriage, face down in the ground in a bloody heap.
Oops.
Which is what happens when you crash the horse carriage in such a way.
What about the slicer?
Oh, yes. It simply says suspects include a known criminal and member of the Thieves Guild who is also found dead, which has confused the local guards quite a bit.
Couldn't live with what he did.
The working theory, murder-suicide situation. Classic.
And then Maki's going to look for any other clues about, I don't know, more missing children or anything.
Oh, man. So, yeah, this newspaper is littered with just various little bits in there of, like, current missing kids. And it just has this huge list of kids that are currently missing. Some of them are labeled with, like, rewards if found. Some of them are labeled with contact information of who to talk to or who they can bring any information to, or whatever the case, whether that be parents or loved ones or even just the town guard.
Maki takes special note. It circles the one that have rewards.
Yeah, that's very
draws lines to the side, and there's pictures. He makes sure to get a good look at the pictures.
Absolutely. Some of them don't have pictures just because, the parents didn't have, it'd be paintings or whatever the case back in those days. They could technically print pictures, but that would be expensive. So only probably the wealthier families could probably put a picture in there. Mister, why are you standing in front of my spot? I gotta sell these papers. And although you look like a happy customer, it's probably better if there's a little bit more space here. If you wouldn't mind, this is a good spot. I don't want to have to move.
It's got good light here. What's the problem, kid?
It's got good light. It lets me show off the papers. It shines down on me, shows me off. I can't go hiding in some corner or some shadowy spot to sell more papers.
Keto, is this the kid you wanted to talk to?
Yes.
Who are you? What do you want with me?
Just wanted to ask if you've seen anything strange lately. How is it that all the other kids are missing, but not you? What'd you do right that they all did wrong?
I'm 42.
I'm a full-grown adult there, mister. What are you trying to say? No. He says...
I feel like we've done that joke already.
I think we have.
I think we might have. I don't know. I'll just hang around. You know what? Honestly, it's kind of weird. I haven't really talked to anybody about this because nobody listens to me anyways. So I don't give a crap. But you came looking for me, so that's kind of different. And I like that. But whatever the case, there's this new kid around here. His name is Raku. He wears all these crazy, colorful clothes. And he plays with kids. And those are the same kids that go missing. But the guards are too stupid to notice it. Maybe it's just because they're not looking at us kids playing. But I don't play. Because I got a job to do. I got to sell papers. That's how I make me money. That's how I earn a living.
You planning on moving down to Santa Fe then?
I don't know what that is.
Sorry, doozies. Anyways, where's this playground that you and this...
Oh, he just comes out
Very
too.
interesting question for a
Yeah, he just comes out
Adult
to the
male to be asking a
square.
kid.
Yeah. He just comes out to Trinket Square. He just plays with the kids there. You know, they're going run around the buildings. They're playing tag. He's kind of a weird-looking dude. He's real pointy.
When was the last time you saw him?
Oh, I think I saw him yesterday. He was talking to Susie Lee. And now she's missing, I think. Let me see. And he pulls out one of his papers and he flips to the same page that you were looking at, Maki, where it had the list of the kids. He goes, it's not in here yet, but I haven't seen it today, so I won't be surprised. I'm not trying to sound morbid or nothing, but kind of the same MO with all the other kids. They just haven't listed it yet. They're probably, I bet her parents are sitting there right now, just hoping for the best. Maybe she snuck out last night. Maybe she's coming back. Parents are stupid. That's why I ain't got none.
Wow.
I got rid of mine.
Yeah, I got rid of mine.
He just.
No.
Saucer, you here?
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I'm just kind of taking this all in, kind of looking around, trying to see anything strange, because I kind of know the area. I kind of know a little bit about what goes on.
Sure.
I don't really see anything weird.
You see a woman in what almost like nun-esque clothes.
With the spiritual one.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
Well, as far as you would assume, she's actually sitting on the side of the fountain, and she has her hand in the air in such a way that like almost looks like she's dealing with some sort of stressful situation or something like that.
yeah, let's go up to her.
Okay.
Say, do you know anything about these?
What? Who?
Do you know anything about these missing children?
Feather McGregor, right? You're from around here.
Close by.
I feel like you used to play with little McGriddle.
I did.
Yes, I remember you. How are you?
Good. So currently, I'm on a mission to find these missing children.
Oh yes, please. There's something dark that's been here as of late. I think it connects to the missing children. They must be found. Oh, I hope they're still safe. I get these dreams that horrible things are happening. I don't know what they are. I just can't quite make them out. There's a figure. I think he's taken them.
Do you know where?
I see it's a vivid visions, but also blurry. They're in a dark place.
Very vivid, but very blurry.
I know, it's hard to explain.
No.
I have these dreams, these nightmares even. I see children, they're all wrapped up in blankets. They're all kept inside of a dark area, lit only by candlelight.
Is it rocking back and forth potentially?
No, it's
Very
completely
steady.
still, yes. There's wood. It's all wooden.
Does Des notice any signs that the construct might be here?
Not at the moment. You kind of scan the area and you don't see anything that suggests the construct is here. Or has been here in the immediate future. Immediate
I can
past.
see the future.
There we go. Yeah, sorry.
Nice.
I won't be here anytime soon.
She continues on. She says, I hear a creaking sound, both of wood and of metal. And then something leaps out from the shadows, and then I wake up.
Wood and metal?
Yes.
Anything else?
All I know is that it's some sort of dark force, something evil, something not of this world. Even this realm, even this plane.
Would you be interested in coming with us?
We
We could use you.
I suppose I could.
Can you feel the darkness?
Oh,
Do you feel the darkness?
I
Can
don't
you
feel it in a direction. I feel it all around me. As if it's emanating in this whole square, this whole area. I have reached a radius of it.
Okay.
It's sort of probably a block's radius in every direction around this square.
Can I roll, see if I see anything, maybe with this fountain or Is there anything telling with this fountain? Maybe this is the center of the...
Sure. Do a perception check.
15.
15. Yeah. So there's a variety of different structures in this area that both feature sort of wood and metal. The fountain doesn't necessarily feature much, but there's definitely plenty of shops that all have, like creaking hinges, or they might have metal built into their structure. There is obviously the church, where you assume this woman is probably from. That one also features, there's a bell. There's some other hinges and other things that are metal that are part of the structure. There's the old clock tower. Those are probably the big ones.
Well, if you'd like to come with us, I think you might be of some use.
I'm happy to help in any way, but do you have any... where are you going? Do you have any actual... I don't mean to sound rude by asking this, but do you have an actual direction? Some sort of leads?
None so far. You're the best we've got.
None here, but you're the best none we have. I was trying to formulate that joke in my head when you said it. She says, I tell you what, I'll be at the church when you need me. If you do get anything, don't hesitate to stop by, and I will come with you.
Okay. Am I suspicious of her at all? Like a little bit, maybe?
You might be. Do you want to roll an insight?
I kind of do.
Do you feel like... Is there something specific?
I feel like... What if she... Well, she obviously isn't the evil being.
Sure.
Because it's not a giant doll.
Right.
And I assume, So, but I wonder if she has anything to do with this.
Okay. Yeah, roll insight to see, just what you gauge from her tone, if it feels sort of legitimate or if it feels a little...
6.
A 6? She seems fairly genuine. She seems strained. She has like bags under her eyes that really suggest that like she's probably been losing sleep as of late. But however you interpret that, it's up to you.
Did you have anything to do you know where this evil comes from? Because obviously I do. I'm asking.
Sure.
I know where it comes from.
It doesn't, like I said, it's evil in nature. And it definitely doesn't come from this plane. It comes from some other world or dimension or something. I'm not sure. I'm not a studious person within the realm of other worlds, other dimensions.
Do you know how it was summoned here?
I can only assume some sort of dark ritual might have brought it here. I don't imagine it can just get here on its own. It had to have been...
Do you know who did this dark ritual?
No.
All right, thank you.
Of course. Please, let me know if you find anything. These children are in danger.
Have we left the pit store yet?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Time-wise, have we walked out?
Yes,
and
absolutely.
Because they're all in
How
the
old
square, right?
Yeah.
What
Will we see them?
can we
all
dress
there?
him up as a child?
Him?
Yeah.
Wow. That's it. Our minds were on like the same pathway because I already had a plan cooked up.
All right, well, perfect. It's good to see you,
You
back.
put him in a little propeller hat. One of those.
I have an
lollipops.
idea, but I'm not sure you'll be down with
Are
it.
you talking to Rorick?
Yes, I'm talking to Rorick.
Okay.
You like my frog?
I do. Very nice. Very
It's
nice.
just he points at the floating frog next to you, who's still swimming in the air.
What'd you name him?
Poke.
Grub?
Oh, that's good too. I could name him Grub.
Just rub.
Grub.
Dry rub.
Grub. Keep a little G on that. Grub. His name's Rob. Rub. That's funny, Rub.
I mean,
that's Rorick.
we really don't have time to be getting and looking for pets, but
Do I see any kids?
But if you were, I would have named him Bubba.
Des
But that's
walks
just
up
me.
with a bird on his shoulder right as you
What?
said that.
Where'd you find that?
I do.
I just
see a
point
kid?
to it.
You do see a couple of kids.
Okay, I'm gonna follow the kids.
Yeah, let's just us grown men just follow this.
I'm a goblin. I'm a little goblin. Okay.
Please allow me to finish the statement. You see a couple of kids that are, so they look like they're with what you would assume to be their mom, and she is holding them very tightly, she's got them each by the hand, and she has them pulled like as closely as she can to her sides. She looks absolutely terrified.
What?
Just being outside with children.
Enough,
right
I guess,
now.
yeah.
You also see a few looks from people around. They glance over at the kids, and they have sort of this like angry. Some of them. This is just a few people, but you notice they have sort of an angry look to them. Maybe a look of jealousy. Maybe their children have been taken, and then they see these children still not taken, and they wonder to themselves, why do you get to still be here?
They should steal those kids too.
Yeah, man. I'll steal him if no one else does.
Gotta even Stevens.
We all need to communistically really spread out who gets an even amount of children in this neighborhood.
This is just
Socialism. Yes. All right.
Well, where do the kids play?
Everybody turns and looks at you. What did he say? No. Who are you asking?
I guess I'm talking to Little Sauce.
Well, kids play all around the city. It's neither really here nor there. It's basically where they decide to gather that day. There's really no certain spot. That's what makes this all difficult. I did talk to, I forget her name, but I know Gideon mentioned somebody, and I spoke with her. She said she's got these visions of wood and metal, children wrapped up within a radius close to here, within a few blocks radius. So I assume the evil has to be emanating from somewhere in this area. So I would assume, if you would be willing, we dress you up as a nice, pretty little girl, and we have you just walking around at night, just saying, "I want to play. I want to play." Here in within this area.
This is just straight up a Japanese horror story.
Okay. Hold this.
Okay.
And Rorick's just gonna float his frog over to you. And he's going
just set him on my shoulder.
Sure, he's on your shoulder.
Dennis points to his shoulder.
Yeah, sure. It goes on your other shoulder.
No. I'm just pointing to my bird.
Oh, nice. Nice. I like the bird. Anyways, Rorick's going to just open up his sack, his pouch, and he's going to pull out a costume he has.
He just has a child's costume.
No.
Oh, okay.
It is a purple, fluffy outfit with a little hat with a feather out of it.
Nice.
And it's like frilly. It's like frilly. And Rorick's then going to start skipping around going, la, 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 la,
Wait, it's not time yet.
What do you mean?
Don't you think this would be better at nighttime?
He's not pretending to be a kid.
Matter. Kids don't play at night. That's right, Maki. Yeah.
Alright, well, should we all go hide and see what happens?
Now say the line. I'm frilly, silly, and my name's Willy.
Okay.
And I'm Rourke's play.
Rorick's skipping around. I'm frilly. I'm silly. My name is Willy. Play with me. Play with me. Play with me.
Do a performance.
He's skipping around. He's dancing.
Hey, I love when players come up with interesting ideas, but I kind of hope this fails.
No!
Performance?
You just get
What's that?
arrested.
Yeah, performance.
11?
Yeah, you as you're
It could have been a
jumping,
lot worse if my performance isn't so good.
as you're jumping and skipping and frolicking, all of a sudden, boom, you just kind of hit a wall, and it's two guards that are standing there, and they look down at you and they say, "What are you doing there?"
This guy's back.
What did he say his name was? I think he said Willy.
Willy.
Oh yeah, little Willy.
Little Willy.
Yeah, we heard your song. Hey, what are you doing out here all on your own? You know it's
Play
not safe.
with me.
I'm not gonna do that, little one. It's actually
Play with me.
it's actually time for us to
Play with me.
say. This is gonna be a weird question, but you wouldn't by chance have the time, would you?
The old clock tower's not been working as of late. I just have a little bit of difficulty figuring out what time it is.
Is he talking to me?
Yeah.
I'm a Will baby.
Doesn't sound like she knows what time it is. Look, all I can tell you is that it's not time to play right now. It's not really safe out here. I'd say you probably better go back in with your parents there, little Willy.
Okay.
All
Off
right.
to my parents' house. And I'm going to go skipping away down an alleyway while going, I'm silly, I'm frilly, my name is Willy.
You just hear him shout out to you.
Oh, I don't know. Okay.
Play with me.
No, I don't think that kid's all there.
Perfect.
You ever seen that kid before? No, I never seen that kid. Kind of looked like she had a skin condition.
I'm gonna put on.
Mind you, I didn't put hair.
I'm actually
I
kind of.
didn't put hair. I just put a feather in my hat.
Right.
Is it getting dark at this point? Or
No.
where are we at?
I mean, it's still like
morning.
at best it's close to noon.
All right, I'm gonna use my. Well, shoot.
I mean,
how
you
many
take
people
good care
are
of
around
that
with him?
frog.
You want to skip time? That's fine, but
No, how many people are around right now?
Around you or around?
Not as many because of the disappearances, or
there's a
a
decent
lot of
amount of
adults.
they're all adults. Yep, there's a decent amount of adults.
So I said Willy for a name, and they went.
All right,
Earl.
well, so you're dancing down
They turn
some
out to
side
be
streets.
Yeah, I'm down an alley right now, skipping.
I want to keep an eye on you.
Well, you can still hear me, I guess. I don't.
I could use spider
But as
climb
you-
and climb up on top.
Good God, make it creepy.
My frog's got a bond to me. He'll lead the way.
Oh, okay. Left, he's left.
As you start to approach the alleyway, the two guards turn to you and they're like,
Oh, excuse me there, buddy. Where do you think you're going?
I'm trying to find my kid.
Oh, is that your
Have
kid?
you seen him? He's
Silly.
really. And his name's Willy.
Hey, what a coincidence. We just saw Silly Frilly Willy just head down the alleyway there.
He's pretty.
Come on, you can't miss him. It's best description.
he's silly, he's silly, he's silly.
Imagine you go up to like your kid's lost in the mall. And you go up to a mall cop and he goes, have you seen my kid? And like, what do they look like? Well, they're silly. They're frilly.
And they're Willy.
What did you say about their Willy? I don't think that's appropriate discussion when we're talking about a kid here there, bud.
No,
Oh, yeah, well, tell you what, let's all go looking for little Silly Frilly Willy down the alleyway here, and that way we can help you all get back to your homes, okay?
Kill them.
Hang on 1 second.
Yeah.
I'd like to bring a couple of friends along. This is Uncle.
It's a strange request there, friend.
Well, he got his uncles.
Des just points to the bird on his shoulder.
Is that his uncle, too?
That's his uncle with that's his pet uncle too.
Uncle Quill.
Well, aren't you just a colorful bunch? Who's this guy over here with the scales?
Adopted uncle by marriage.
Oh, right on. Okay, well, yeah, let's all, the whole group of us, go see if we can find Silly Frilly Willy, and we can get y'all back to where you're,
That's my
where
legal
you're going.
I've heard there's disappearances here lately. I'd really like to find Silly Frilly Willy here as soon as we can.
Oh, yeah, trust me, we were both just commenting about how bad of an idea it was that she just went off into a dark alley.
She?
Oh, sorry, it's a he? I didn't mean to make assumptions or nothing. I just was pretty darn confused.
Well, he's silly.
If you don't mind me asking, does your son have a bit of a skin condition? He doesn't look like you at all.
Lost all his feathers.
Oh,
I just
is that what they look like
Just
under here? That's okay. Oh, hey, I'm not trying to insult you. My apologies.
I just start crying. It's like,
Oh, it's all right
he
there,
doesn't-
buddy.
he pats you on the back.
he can't grow feathers. He's not
Oh,
like
cheapers, cats. That's a
too
terrible
silly.
condition.
Really?
he's too frilly.
It's the least frilly.
He's the least frilliest boy in town.
I feel like these guards might be onto something.
They're on something.
You want to do a performance check with all this?
Yeah, because they're like, we'll go with you. And that makes me feel a little
They feel a little untrusting towards you right now, yeah.
I am trusting towards them.
Right.
All right, performance?
Yeah. Or deception, whichever's higher. They both apply in this situation.
17.
Okay. Wow, okay. Well, are you trying to get anything out of them, or you
I
just
feel
want
like
them to
these
feel...
guards might be in on it. That would be something you'd least expect, but hey, let's go down I just thought it was weird. Well, let's go down the alley with you.
Okay. Well, whatever the case, they
really didn't want anybody else coming along.
Sure.
Well, they're not just going to be like, hey, you on the side of the street.
Right.
Come with us.
Right, but I said I'd like my friends to come along too.
No, that's fine. That's fine with us. Let's go look and let's make sure we find out.
Did I notice anything?
You don't notice anything, but they definitely seem to trust you a little bit more. They seem like they legit believe that you are his father, or whatever the case. So you guys go walking down the alley. We'll cut over to Rorick skipping down the alleyway.
Willy.
So yes, Willy. That's
Thank
right.
you.
As you're skipping down the
character.
alleyway, saying, I want to play. Someone play with me. You hear a voice speak out from the shadows.
Oh, excellent.
Yes, it says,
Hey, I'll play with you.
And then Rorick's going to creepily turn towards the corner and go,
And the creepy shadow's like, never mind, buddy. We're good.
I might be a demonic entity, but you're a little far for me.
no. As you turn, a face peeks out from some of the darker shadows of this alleyway. It is a very pointed nose, very wooden features, and very brightly colored hair and collar. Although it's like skin, you could say, is very pale white. And it says, I say it, he, sure. It says,
I have a fun place that we could play. We could play tag. We could play hide and seek. We could play marbles. What do you want to play?
Jax!
Oh, I love Jax. Let's play Jax. My name's Raku. What's your name?
I'm silly. I'm frilly. And I'm Willy.
That's a fun name. Do you just go by Willy, or do you like the whole title?
Rorick's starting to get nervous and forgetting his lines.
uh-oh.
I like to play. Play with me.
The head sort of tilts, kind of like a dog when they're
I
curious.
tilt my head in response.
You're a silly, frilly one for sure, Willy. Let's go play.
And he kind of just disappears into the shadows.
Okay, I follow him.
All right.
Oh, hang on a second. How far away are we?
It's hard to say. It's a whole series of back alleys right here.
I look down. Pat the frog on my shoulder. Say, Rob, lead me.
Lead.
This way.
He just...
Rub once for yes.
Huh?
Rub twice for no.
I
hope you have a good connection with this frog.
I gave him a lot of frog flakes.
Attuned.
Okay, what about that way?
Rob.
Let's go that way, boys.
Did I? It's random. You just let me go the wrong way.
Why in the world did this frog know?
He told me.
the right direction?
I have no idea.
Why are you believing Rorick?
He says the frog will lead you to me. I don't know.
Of all of the people, it's just like, yeah, this frog and I have a connection now. He can lead you to me.
The
Out
guards
of
look
all
at you
the
very
things in this
confused.
world, that magical frog that can lead, is close to him. I mean,
The guards both look at you and they're like, I don't almost did Kermit there.
I don't know much about you there, bud, but are you talking to the frog there? Or...
When I get nervous and silly frilly Willy runs away, he does this a lot. Since his mom
Oh,
died.
jeez.
Since his mom died, it's
That's a real bummer.
this is how he finds freedom. He likes to experience the fresh air, and
Oh, sure.
Really?
sometimes just talking to his pet frog Rob, and sometimes just talking to Rob calms me down.
Oh, I see. Out of curiosity there, were you asking it for directions as well?
You know, sometimes I feel like they have an emotional connection.
Oh, that's great and all. Out of curiosity, and just as an honest opinion for you, I noticed some footprints that are going in that direction over there. But if you really think that there's an emotional connection there with that frog, we can follow it and we'll just cross our fingers. Or maybe if you want Steve and I to go that way with the footprints, and then you can go that way with the frog. Totally up to you. I'm not trying to tell you how to find your son. I'm just here to help.
Does Dez smell the construct?
Ooh, it would be nearby.
Yes, it would. Absolutely. And it is in the direction that the footprints are going.
Okay.
Maybe we should go in the way the
the frog
footprints.
is suggesting.
Dez gets on all fours and just goes and follows the footsteps.
Oh, geez.
We'll follow him.
We got a frog and we've got a little feathery dude that both seem to have a direction. Go, you know what? The feathery dude's following the footprints. Again, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. If you want to go that way with the frog, we'll find you after we find Willy. And we'll hand him off to you. But we're going to follow the creepy little feathery guy for the time being, and we're going to head in this direction, okay?
Sounds good to me.
Are you gonna join? Or are you following?
No, I'll come with you.
Okay, sounds great. Thank goodness. I was starting to wonder if he wasn't all there. All right, little buddy. You follow or lead the way, but we're gonna keep an eye out for footprints as well, just in case following a creepy bird crawling on the ground's a little weird, but that's fine.
And they follow after you, jumping back over to Cameron, Rorick. So as you were following along, this shadowy figure seems to kind of like disappear into the shadows and then reappear further down. It slowly leads you through the shadowy back alleys until eventually...
I wish I kept the rock now. Oh... I get to summon a beacon wherever it leads me.
Oh, that's true.
Anyone even
See,
know?
and this is why it was important that we clarified that you, Keto, had the rock right now. So, whatever the case, eventually it leads you to... Gosh, that's going to bite me in the butt.
Oh, it will.
Oh, man. It leads you to... You
The
find
beacon.
you find yourself...
Only we can see, too, so literally we can just outmaneuver the game because
That's
of
true. You find yourself standing at the stairs of an old clock tower, and as you look up, you see that the clock tower is no longer functioning. The second hand or whatever, the minute hand, doesn't seem to be moving at all, no matter how long you stand there, which is for a good minute. But eventually the doors open from the inside, and the same face peeks out, and it's Raku, and he says, "Well, are you gonna come play with me?"
Sure.
Then come on in.
Can you hold my hand? I'm scared.
Sure. And as you stand there, a hand reaches out and it just keeps coming, and it's just elongated and eventually reaches you and softly puts itself into your hand.
shocking grasp.
Oh gosh! All right. Does it make a save, or do you do an attack? I assume it makes a save.
I'm pretty sure.
It's an attack roll. I have advantage on attack roll if they're wearing armor or made of metal.
Nah, he is wood.
Oh, he could be wearing metal.
I think he would probably have metal underneath the wood, and to some extent,
Because he's got
wood-
mechanical parts, right?
Yeah, and
Because the guy makes mechanical.
Electricity does burn through wood.
right. And so I would say go with the advantage.
Okay.
I think one way
He
or
defeats him
another-
with a handshake, and that's the episode.
And that's the episode. Thanks for listening, everybody.
An attack roll, so I add my spell thing, right?
Yep.
Spell attack bonus, right?
Yes.
15.
15. Ooh, that matches, but I'll count it. You let out a burst of electricity. How much damage is it?
D8.
8.
If it meets, it beats, right?
7.
7 damage. All right, as you release the shocking grasp into its hand, you hear its face just kind of contorts and opens up, sort of like a creepy Five Nights at Freddy's, where the animatronics, like the hinge on the mouth, kind of just comes all the way down, and it goes, and it pulls its hand back really quickly and slams the door of the clock tower.
I'm silly. I'm Frilly. My name is
Rorick just blankly stares at the door and he just goes, oops! And then just walks up to the door and starts knocking.
You knock on the door, and all of a sudden it just kind of slowly opens with a creak, and it's almost pitch black in there. There's maybe a little bit of light that just kind of comes in, obviously from the sun. The door creaks open ever so slowly, and there's nobody there. But all of a sudden you hear, in you go, and you feel a sharp push from behind you. And next thing you know, you're standing in essentially pitch black darkness as the door slams behind you.
Thank you so much for listening to Criminals of Isla Numus, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play podcast set in a homebrew world created by me, Skylar Gorset. If you've been enjoying our show so far, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe wherever it is that you're streaming from, whether that be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or anywhere else that podcasts can be streamed. Or just check us out on our website, sessionzeroheroes.com. Additionally, if you enjoy Coin, you might enjoy some of Session Zero Heroes' other shows, such as our Benders and Brews and Avatar Legends Actual Play, where we jump into the world of Avatar The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra using the Avatar Legends system created by Magpie Games. Or one of our various one-shots, which we are currently coming out with, where we use a variety of games and TTRPG systems to tell a variety of fun, exciting, emotional, and hilarious stories within our group. We have all sorts of other content that we highly recommend checking out within the SZH channel, and more to come in the future. To find out more about what we do at Session Zero Heroes, and to keep up with a lot of the other content we produce and be made aware of future projects, shows, and content, be sure to follow us on social media on Facebook, X, Instagram, and Discord. These are all great ways to get in contact with our team, as well as to keep up to date with everything that we're creating and working on. We'd love to see you there. In the meantime, thank you so much for listening, and don't forget to stay curious, stay heroic, until we roll again.